Hi, welcome to Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot, where the energy never lies and the ancestors got jokes. This channel is for entertainment purposes, but tarot is a great tool for reflection, clarity, and confirmation. With collective messages, if something comes out that doesn't resonate with you, the overall read probably isn't for you, though there may be messages within that are. The way I read tarot is more about self-reflection rather than prediction, so while you may gain some helpful insight, think of it more as preemptively healing aspects within self. Please keep an open mind, an honest perspective, and if you don't come in peace, don't come at all. This is a general ancestor collective message for insight into what you need to know for this week. And today is Monday, April 13th, though all readings are timeless. All right, the ancestor message that came out was Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. And Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. So the message that I'm getting from this is transmutation. That even when challenges arise, embracing the energy of peace and setting aside your own ego is taking your power back. It's okay to be afraid, but it's about having a healthy desire and not letting it consume you. When you embrace this energy of peace, even when you're afraid, even if you want something else, if you perceive someone to slight you, you don't have to retaliate, kind of thing. Even though you might want to, that's probably not the best in the situation. But if you choose peace, then you're not retaliating in that situation. You're transmuting it into personal power that you can use for other things, right? Sometimes our desires are tricky because we want things and we go for it, but the grass isn't always greener on the other side, kind of thing. I really feel like this is about not letting your desires consume you, transmuting it into personal power and embracing peace within challenging situations, even though you may want to handle the situation differently. Choosing the most peaceful and loving path is taking your personal power back in a situation. So that's the ancestor message for today. For more tarot readings, check out Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot on YouTube or subscribe to the tarot tier on our Patreon at Tinfoil Handkerchief Alignment. Until next time, keep the peace. Welcome to Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot, where the energy never lies and the ancestors got jokes. This channel is for entertainment purposes, but tarot is a great tool for reflection, clarity, and confirmation. With collective messages, if something comes out that doesn't resonate with you, the overall read probably isn't for you, even though there may be messages within that are. The way I read tarot is more about self-reflection rather than prediction, so while you might find some helpful insight, think of it more as preemptively healing aspects within self. Please keep an open mind, an honest perspective, and if you don't come in peace, please don't come at all. This week's themed ancestor message is focused on overlapping aspects and traits associated with the root chakra and the astrological sign of Aries. This is a general ancestor collective message for this week's theme of spiritual restoration, though all readings are timeless. And this is for the week of April 13th, 2026. All right, we've got Spring, See Your Seeds Grow, Stargazer, Set Your Sights Higher, and Traveler, Move in a New Direction. So, as far as it pertains to spiritual growth and respiration, I think of it as the spring is ushering in new life. Spring is all about rebirth. You know, a lot of people do spring cleaning. Well, with energy, it's the same way. A lot of people like to, spiritually cleanse come the spring. The spring equinox is the beginning of the new astrological season. I think it's like an opportunity to try new things. And then with the traveler moving in a new direction, it just kind of reiterates that. So it's like planting new seeds. This year, let's try something new, maybe think outside the box a little bit, and again move in a new direction. It's an opportunity for a rebirth and for trying something new. So spring is a good place to start. It could be something simple as a new hobby. It could be a new mindset, looking at things from a new perspective. It's just a matter of trying something new, but also not selling yourself short and knowing your value. Because even though you may be a seed now that hasn't bloomed, April showers bring May flowers, right? So even if you're going through a stormy season, the sun is right around the corner, and once the sun comes out, so will the flowers. So that's this week's themed ancestor message. Check out more readings at Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot on YouTube, or become a member on Patreon and join the tarot tier for extended messages and additional readings. Until next time, keep the peace. Hi, welcome to Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot, where the energy never lies and the ancestors got jokes. This channel is for entertainment purposes. Tarot is a great tool for reflection, clarity, and confirmation. With collective messages, if something comes out that doesn't resonate with you, the overall read probably isn't for you, though there may be messages within that are. The way I read tarot is more about self-reflection rather than prediction, so while you may find some helpful insight, think of it more as preemptively healing aspects within self. Please keep an open mind and honest perspective, and if you don't come in peace, please don't come at all. This is your daily general collective message for insight into what you need to know today. And this is going to be a 5 card. So I'm going to get one ancestor card, oracle, wait for important information, and then I'm going to get an oracle card. It's literally the same card that just came out. Alright, so we've got oracle, waiting for important information, and debilitated and discomfort. So it could just be waiting for news that may not be fun, or that not anticipating to be good. Yeah, there's a Ten of Swords. Six of Cups. So it's like, it's good. It's like a good news and bad news situation, except it's like expecting bad news. But I mean, Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck isn't that bad. And like, Taurus is on the bottom of this one, so that one's more of a stability thing. And then Follow the Voice Within Your Soul's on the bottom of the Ancestor deck. So I feel like So we've got Oracle, wait for important information, debilitated and discomfort. We've got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So this could be a couple different things, but the way I'm reading this is it's like having to be okay with whatever happens, expecting the worst and hoping for the best is what I'm getting out of it, because it's waiting for important information that may be uncomfortable, that could be uncomfortable truths as well. But there's a leap of faith and a level of abundance here, but then there's a Ten of Swords, and then the Six of Cups is like a nostalgic card. So it's like jumping into the future, you have to let go of the past, and also that you have to let go of hurt and pain and emotional wounds that you used to hang on to in order to move ahead into this Nine of Cups situation. This card for me is very leap of faith to me. So seeing the Nine of Cups and then the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is like a betrayal card. So it's like taking a leap of faith after a betrayal and remembering the good times and being able to show gratitude for the good times, but also being able to move forward and get out of uncomfortable situations or away from uncomfortable energy. And you don't always need to wait for people to tell you. Sometimes you just know that things aren't right, that someone doesn't have your back, and sometimes you just need to know to take the leap on your own. Every time a chapter ends, there is always a new beginning. So as we talk about spiritual restoration this week, this is like letting go of old emotional baggage and being able to become a new, more spiritually abundant version of yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary thing, could just be more emotional fulfillment. But again, the nostalgia to me is reminding yourself of the good times, like in terms of relationships. If you're not, close to or with people anymore, you can still be grateful for those relationships and the time that you spent with people, but you can acknowledge that you're not necessarily at the same place, and that currently, and that it's maybe better to not have so close of a relationship in that aspect. But I definitely see this reading as uncomfortable truths, but taking a leap of faith and walking into something new after a challenging time. But it does look like good things are around the corner, bringing more balance and fulfillment within. So that's what I've got. For more readings, check out Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot or become a member on Patreon and join the Tarot tier for additional content and extended readings. Until next time, keep the peace. Hi, welcome to Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot, where the energy never lies and the ancestors got jokes. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, though tarot is a great tool for reflection, clarity, and confirmation. With collective messages, if something comes out that doesn't resonate with you in the overall read, it probably isn't for you, though there may be messages within that are. The way I read tarot is more about self-reflection rather than prediction, so while you may find some helpful insight, think of it more as preemptively healing aspects within self. Please keep an open mind and honest perspective, and if you don't come in peace, please don't come at all. This week's tarot readings are focused on overlapping aspects and traits associated with the root chakra and the astrological sign of Aries. This is a general oracle collective message for this week's theme of spiritual restoration. Though all readings are timeless, this is recorded on April 13th, 2026. Okay. So we've got 8th house and mystery Libra, which is balance, but it's in the reverse, and retrograde review. I believe 8th house is also Scorpio. I feel like it's the things that we don't know that we allow to throw us off balance. But in times of uncertainty or times that are unsettling, it's an opportunity to sort of, I don't want to say move backwards, but it's kind of what a retrograde is. But it does say review, and like that's a good way to put it too, because it's like looking back at the things that caused the imbalance within us, or looking back from a place of learning to an old experience. For example, there are things that we don't always know at the time something happens, and it could feel imbalanced, and it can make us feel imbalanced, but we don't necessarily know better at the time. But when we look back in retrospect, it's kind of like, oh, that makes sense. So I feel like this and these 3 cards is more about what's unknown coming to light and taking a look back at it from a different perspective. Or, Scorpio is also emotional, right? So it can be about emotionally balanced, how and where we're at in our lives, and how we can better emotionally balance from where we used to be as we accumulate more life experience, where we quote unquote know more now than say we did previously, whether that be about a person or a situation, etc. It can mean a lot of things, but it could be like a skewed perception of your own emotions or of people or of relationships, but being able to look back honestly and see where you had shortcomings or where you could have done better, where you yourself were unbalanced. But now that you know, how do you work to rebalance that? So I think that is what this message is trying to say. Let's just check with the bottom. Yeah, on the bottom is moon, which is perception. So I think it's about things that were unknown, even if they were unknown about ourselves. We bring it back into balance by taking an honest look at who we are, where we've been, but also how far we've come. Sometimes we look at challenges and go, that sucked, but at the same time, there's a lot of times where you look back and you go, wow, I came so far. So I think it's about taking an honest look in retrospect to be able to restore balance in your own life, whether or not because there's always going to be things that we don't know, things that are shrouded in mystery. But it's about maintaining enough emotional balance to be able to positively move forward, so that regardless how tough the road is ahead, you can always have a brighter perception of it. Even though the moon is dark, this is like a bright card, but also the moon is about illusions, overcoming illusions, and also intuition, and things coming to light. So overall, I think the message is, don't be too hard on yourself. All you can do is, when you know better, you do better. So all you can keep doing is taking an honest look at yourself as situations arise, even if they prove to be a little bit challenging. But if you restore confidence within yourself and have faith in yourself, you'll be able to bring balance back into your life. So that's the oracle message for today. Check out more readings at Tinfoil Handkerchief Tarot, or join the tarot membership tier on Patreon for extended readings and bonus content. Until next time, keep the peace.